Hi Raven, so here goes our first attempt at verbal feedback. You'll have to let me know if you like it, if it works well for you. So it looks like you're tackling a 10th grade standard, and you're specifically looking at knowledge of narrative techniques and how to identify them. Excellent, great. So I appreciate the fact that you dug through the standard into the evidence outcome, using, sorry for all these emails in the corner, using narrative techniques such as dialogue, pacing, description, reflection. Excellent, okay. Your essential questions for the content area: how important is it to develop clear and understanding events in your writing? Good, very content focused. And how does using a variety of techniques help your audience? Excellent. And your global questions: how does writing narratives assist in the development of personal stories? And what's the importance or benefit of discovering your own voice through writing? Interesting. I like these questions a lot. I think they're a little too teacher speak. You know, one of the goals of the essential global questions up here is to help you engage your students, really get them to leave the drama of the hallway and enter the space of your room and really get themselves oriented with the objectives that you want to work on for the day. And that's why, you know, they're going to be these global questions, right? Not just content area. So I love the ideas that you have here. Let's see if we can get them in some more engaging, kid-friendly language, okay? All right. Your students will understand the importance of engagement and using different narratives. Well written, I like that. Your students will be able to differentiate between vivid and standard descriptions. Excellent. And to utilize narrative techniques throughout their narrative. Now this one right here, sorry, having trouble highlighting, might benefit from a by clause. You know, so utilize narrative techniques throughout their narrative by what? You know, by adding them during revision, by justifying the use of them, by using at least 5 of them. Some kind of a by clause that makes it objective and measurable so that at the end of the unit, or excuse me, the lesson, there's no question whatsoever whether that student has met that objective or not met that objective. So really nicely done here. Just want to extend that a little bit. So your formative assessment, identifying uses in writing sample, excellent, and writing an SCR. Oh, look at you with your teacher speaking acronyms already. Good job. And your summative assessment, the narrative based on the topic you've given them. Oh, okay, right, more of a unit assessment. Excellent, right, good job. And including some exit tickets to determine whether they understood material. Oh, nicely done, Raven. Good spread of assessments there. Okay. So your learning activities. So we start class with what are some ways that we can leave behind our legacy? Interesting question. May need to define legacy. And 2, think about, again, right, think about Lemov's notion of double planning, right? You know, it's 7:30 in the morning on a Monday. Kids walk in, bell rings, they sit down. This is what the teacher has on the board. What are some ways we can leave behind our legacy? How, you know, is that going to grab the kids? Is that going to get them really involved, right? Maybe rewording this in the form of a scenario, kind of like a storytelling scenario, might help out a little bit with that engagement, okay? All right, rewarding them for good answers, excellent. Anticipating student answers, I like that. I also like the fact that you're scripting out your lesson plan. Helps me to understand what kind of a persona you want to develop as a teacher, so that I can help you do that. Right, and nice. Most of history we know is recorded by hand. Good. All right, so here you may want to think about, before we get started, we first need to understand some aspects of narrative techniques. Nice transition, excellent. So pass out the list of techniques. I'm going to scroll down real quick, and you included that. Oh, beautiful, nicely done, nicely done. Okay, scroll back up, make you dizzy here. Let's see. Oops, there we go. Okay, great. So pass out the list of techniques. Oh, there, students pair up and can begin discussing. Look at you jump into discussions when necessary. Excellent. Come up with examples of where you've seen that, what that looks like. Oh, really nicely done. So right away, you hand them the information. You ask them to think about it, look at it, find some application, some recognition of it. Nice. Beautiful. Okay, anticipating some student answers, and if they don't bring these answers up, you've got some samples to model for them. Nice, good, excellent. Okay, so then you're going to ask them to apply this information in a more difficult way by handing out the passage. Okay, I'm going to scroll real quick and see if you attached that. And you did, of course you did. Raven, I love you, you're fantastic. Oh, excellent, good, and you chose a nice complex piece of reading too, Leaving for Prague. Excellent, excellent. Oh, good. Very good. So it's something that's not going to be super easy. It's something that they actually need guidance through, and that is the point, right? Teachers are supposed to teach complex texts that kids need guidance through. Perfect. So put it up on the Elmo, guided instruction, looking for techniques. Okay, and so here I assume you would be doing some think aloud with them. You may want to script a little bit of that out, right? I found this technique because I noticed this, and that. That way they have a thought structure as they're performing, as they're performing their own writing, that they not only have a list of techniques, they not only can recognize those techniques, but they have a thought structure for processing those techniques. Great, and then an exit ticket, double check what they know. Raven, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Wonderfully done. I love it. Wow. Wow. Cool. Yep, think about rewording some things in a little bit more student-friendly way, and other than that, looks fantastic. Thank you.